the easiest and fastest way to cycle chi in the body. So this like breathwork technique, really it's not so much like the physical breathing as much as where we're directing our awareness, where we're directing our chi and our focus. So what it looks like is the in-breath. The in-breath is about reception of energy. And it's kind of like this Shakti principle, okay? And on the in-breath, what we want to do is imagine we're breathing in the fullness of the universe, right? We're opening to it and we're breathing it in and down. You see, chi travels down the front, right? And up the back, okay? So it kind of looks like this. He's looking this way, right? And this is his front. You notice that the front of you is soft, right? It's the feminine aspect of, our physical makeup. And the back of us is hard. It's the protective and strong aspect, okay? So on the in-breath, while we're breathing into universal life, we basically like put our awareness into the sphere at the base, around your hips, right? Imagine you're filling up this reservoir. So we're breathing in. Hold for just a second and allow everything to drop down the front, okay? Now, we placed our awareness into the reservoir around our hips, okay? Now, on the out-breath, we want to bring our awareness back up right above us to this reservoir right above our heads, okay? Right here. And on the out-breath, basically what we want to do is exhale and allow the energy to rise, right? Push, rise the energy up. Essentially, my friends, to start this technique, just sit there breathing, right? Inhale. And imagine the energy. You're just receiving the fullness of life, the fullness of energy. Everything's expanding and dropping deeper, okay? Bring your awareness into the lower center, the base, right? And by just bringing our awareness there and breathing into that center, right, we'll allow everything to drop. On the exhale, right, basically like push the oxygen and the chi and the prana back up from the lower center into the higher center. And what really that looks like is just bringing our awareness and focusing on the higher center and exhaling and imagining all the energy just rising up the back of your being, okay? You're creating a loop, okay? So this loop rises from the tailbone up around the crown and then descends again through the nose, out the chin, right? And drops through the front of the body. It drops through your stomach. So now start breathing in that cycle, okay? As you start, just inhale. Focus on the lower center. Exhale. Focus on the higher center, right? Inhale. Focus on the chi dropping through the front of your body. Exhale. Imagine the chi rising up the back of your body, right? Just keep going through that cycle and playing with those different ways to move the chi. Essentially, my friends, you must build muscle memory with how your breath, your imagination, and your will move the chi. It's a muscle memory, right? And some different ways that you can, amplify this technique is perhaps on the inhale, focus on filling up that reservoir. And then on the exhale, right? When you're ascending up the back, imagine you're pulling through the bottom reservoir, right? So you're actually creating a circuit. You're not alternating necessarily anymore. On the exhale, you're pulling the energy down the front because you're focusing on lifting it from the bottom to the top, which cycles the energy down the front, right? On the exhale, imagine that you're receiving the energy from the above, right? Through your nose, through the front of your vessel. And while doing that, it's pulling up from the back. Essentially, my friends, if you can create a living cycle, a living system of chi with that visual, with that imagination, and with that practice, right? You will learn how to cycle the creative force and the cosmic force into you, right? And essentially becoming a vessel, a flowing pump for chi itself. Now, why this breathwork technique is really powerful, because once you get into the rhythm of the chi cycle, of the breath cycle here, right? And you build this imagination, you really start to feel the cycle inside of your body. It basically remains there. So if you do a little bit of work with the visual of this cycle that you're creating, right? Down the front, up the back, down the front, up the back. Then you can just start breathing and kind of focus on the whole image of that cycle itself and begin walking per se, or begin, some kind of sexual intimacy. Tantra itself, has to, if we can be centered in a clean and even breath, cycling the chi work, then we're opening to all these fields of Taoist alchemy, Tantra, different states of presence and consciousness. You think of shamans or anyone really, every martial arts is based on the principle of breath. And this is a really powerful one to learn how to cycle chi through the body. Okay. And then the final thing I want to say on that, the next level of that breath technique is really like considering the principles and working with the imagination about in-breath and out-breath. In-breath is receiving the fullness of life. So like the visual of breathing in the ocean of prana, of filling up your body with chi and energy, right? The exhale is actually death. It is void consciousness. It is about realizing the stillness behind it all and allowing everything to move in that space. It's the Shiva principle, right? So basically on the exhale, how still can you become? How aware of the cycle of motion and energy within your being can you be like aware of without moving or reacting to it, right? How open, how full, how expansive, right? Essentially, my friends, imagine on the exhale, you are emptying yourself into your superior vehicle, your superior self. On the inhale, you're filling the superior self with all the power, energy, life, and light of the universe, right? And just work with those two principles, that Shakti Shiva principle, and start breathing in that cycle. In, focus on filling up the lower center. Out, allow the energy to rise and complete the cycle. Hell yeah, my friends. That's a quick one on the most powerful and effective way to cycle chi through the body. It's an essential technique if we want to get into Tantra or medicine walks, if we want to get into some Taoist alchemy, if we want to learn how to cycle chi in the body. And really, it's a powerful breath technique that you can like maintain while doing anything. And it will completely transform your vibration and presence. Thanks for watching. This is part of the Energy Work Breathwork package. Link in the description if you want to see more there. And if you're watching it in this package, hell yeah, thank you for being here. I'll see you guys next time. Hit that like button. Share this with someone that you think would find it impactful. Love you guys so much. Peace.